Now we're with a man that I can't wait to talk with him, Rob MICHIE, who is the owner and the chef at Corks Charcuterie. Now, is it short? Is wine and
yeah, it's Corks wine and charcuterie.
Okay, good deal. And Rob is, first of all, Corks just cleaned up Albany Herald Reader's Choice Awards, and those, the nominations come from wherever, and then the readers decide, they vote, and you guys just cleaned up. How did that happen?
I'd like to think it's just the service we provide. We've been really blessed since we've opened, and especially coming through this whole COVID thing. When the Reader's Choice came about, Heather called me up and she said, "Hey, you guys were nominated in 12 categories." And I said, "Well, who nominated us?" She's like, "I don't know. Somebody nominated you." So, then when she emailed us and said, "Hey, you won 10 out of 12 categories," I was just absolutely floored. I mean, it's, just the service we provide to our customers and the quality that we deliver to people. It's starting to show.
And until last year, I had no idea what the word charcuterie. I couldn't say charcuterie. I thought it was some ugly. But first of all, what is charcuterie?
Charcuterie is just the art of meat, right? It's in layman's terms. It's a French word, and it just means that it's just basically the art of meat. Curing, how to procure meat, how to cure meat, and just there's cured meats is just an art. I mean, it really is. From learning how to cure them to knowing how to present them and put them on a plate, and how to properly pair them with the right foods.
Right. And but again, I think some of us that are, in my case, forced into watching cooking shows, I started to get an idea of what charcuterie was, but and a lot of people said, "Oh, well, you just go there and get cheeses and this and that." And it's not like that at all. You guys have, in fact, you won some of the categories for the food that you could. So what all do you serve at Corks?
So one of the neatest things about Corks is right now, Wednesday, we're open Wednesday through Saturday till 11 p.m. And Wednesday and Thursday we do our typical charcuterie and small plates. So we have a lot of small plates. One of our most famous plates is a duck crostini. I started smoking duck breast about a year ago for this thing, and didn't know it was going to take off the way it does, but now we smoke about 80 pounds of duck a week.
Wow. I can guarantee you nobody else can make that statement in this area.
Right. So, and then, we start doing dinners every weekend. We don't have a freezer in Corks. All the produce that we pick that day for the customer.
Wow.
So, that's what makes us a little bit different than everybody else. So every weekend we do a dinner menu, and we have 2 to 4 specials, just depending, and it just depends on what's fresh. I don't typically know what we're going to do that weekend until a few days before. Right. And going back a couple of weeks, 2 weeks ago it was St. Patrick's Day. We actually had Irish bangers flown in from Dublin Farms in Dublin, Ireland. So we try to bring a quality, and what we got best steak this year for Albany, the Reader's Choice Awards, and that's just truly a blessing. And it's nothing that we do that's so much out of the ordinary than letting the product speak for itself.
And now, if I plan to come in on Sunday, which I will do next Sunday, and you said you have a couple of specials, and since everything is prepared that day and everything's fresh, do you have other things that people can order, or is it just those particular items?
Well, we keep our full menu, as well as our small plate menu. I believe there's 8 small plates on the menu as well as our full menu. Then we usually, on the special side of things, we do an appetizer or 2, but every weekend we're the only place in about 100 miles that offers prime beef.
Right.
And one of the cool things about our prime beef is most of it comes from Bailey Farms or Lynn's Meats. And Bailey Farms is a local guy right here out of Cordele, Georgia.
Right.
And if it's on your plate on Friday or Saturday night, it was more than likely walking the Monday before that. So it doesn't get much fresher than that.
No.
But yeah, to answer your question, we do always have our full menu as well as additional specials on top of it on the weekends. And some days we are closed. I'm going to clarify that.
Okay.
Wednesday through Saturday from 4 to 11.
Okay. Somehow I got Sunday.
Now, Sunday may be coming. We may be looking into doing a Sunday brunch here because there's not a whole lot of that in this neighborhood.
Exactly. Rob, you are a classically trained chef.
I am.
So tell me, if you would, a little bit about your training.
Well, I did 4 years at the Florida Culinary Institute in South Florida, and then I was the executive chef of Rainbow Springs Country Club in Denellen, Florida. Golden Hills Country Club, I was a sous chef there, and then worked up to executive chef. And then, further on, we bought a pizza place, and I owned a pizza place, and I ran it as well as the Philly connection here up to about 5 years ago.
Wow. And you said something before we started the interview. You also have a car dealership, or you just deal with?
Well, my day job is I work for Cox Automotive Group.
Right.
So what I do is I run a program called Auto, and it's an inventory management software for car dealers that kind of helps dealers look at their inventory, look at the market day supply, and understand what's going to sell, what's hot and what's not, and how to position their cars in the market to move them fastest.
Okay, and you made the statement that the car business is a lot more, I guess, safe to say than a restaurant or the food business is. It is a tough business.
It's a very, very tough business, and it's not for the faint of heart. It's a struggle every day, and thank goodness for my day job, or we probably wouldn't be doing this, right? And when we originally did this, I did this originally for my fiance, Melissa Thompson. She has a love for wine, and we wanted to create something that nobody's ever seen in Albany, or felt like you were not in Albany when you walk in there.
And you nailed it.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest things people say when they come in is they're like, man, we feel like we're at the beach, or we feel like we're in Atlanta, we don't feel like we're in Albany, Georgia. So, when we originally created this, it wasn't supposed to grow to this level. But the need was there, and, we already had the hole, we just needed a drill.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, naturally we became the drill, and we filled that spot in this town, and we filled that void, and it's beginning to show. The customers are coming out, and the people are coming out.
Right, and of course, when you win 10 or 12 awards that you're nominated for, obviously there's, and people can say, oh, just a couple of people. No, there were a lot of people. Because that's quite an honor, especially for a restaurant that's been open just a little bit more than a year.
Yeah, just over a year.
Was it always, I think people, are maybe born to certain things, or when they're young, they decide that's me. Was that you? Did you want to be a chef? Because I think a lot of people have to want to be one.
Yeah, growing up, I was in the restaurant business from the time I was 5 or 6 years old. My family's always owned restaurants. My dad's always been a chef, and it was just kind of in my blood, right? I've always cooked. As you can see, I'm a very healthy guy, so it's always just been in the blood to cook, and it's just the enjoyment from Corks doesn't come from from the amount of business we do or anything like that. It comes from that customer taking that bite of food, and the moment they take that bite of food and they roll their eyes in the back of their head, they're like, oh my God, you will not believe this. You've got to try this. You just have no idea. Everybody,
I think, whether you're a restaurant owner or as I am, a restaurant frequenter, that's it right there. When you get that look, roll your eyes. Now, you mentioned that possibly Sunday brunch. Are there, you came into business at the worst time possible, with a worldwide pandemic, and yet you made it through, and you thrived, obviously, because people are, they say y'all are the best. So are there any plans, anything you guys are looking toward as you look into the future, and hopefully a post-COVID future?
Yeah, possibly. I'm in talks with some of my partners in some other business, and possibly building a new building the beginning of the year or the later part of this year, starting the break ground. It's just the biggest thing is keeping that demand, right? Keeping the atmosphere and being able to design a space and have a space that's going to be a little bit bigger to accommodate the people for the demand, but yet still have that intimate atmosphere.
Right.
And that's one of the things that makes us special. We were voted again most romantic place and best place to bring an out-of-town guest. And the last thing I want to do is kill that atmosphere that my customers like.
Yeah, sometimes the location is a big part of it, but you took and tell everybody a couple things. Tell them again your hours. Tell them the location, and are you a part of like any of the food services where people can call in an order and have it delivered?
Yeah, we are. We're open Wednesday through Saturday from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are located right next door to Jimmy John's, across the street from Target, in the Westover Point Shopping Center, 2700 Dawson Road. The same parking lot of Starbucks. That helps. And yeah, we're part of Order Eats. We do a lot of Order Eats. Order Eats does a really good job for us, especially on the weekends, and yeah, they've been really beneficial for us and creating another stream of being able to get our product out there going this time, especially when most of the people don't want to come out.
Okay, well, Rob Michie, Corks, Wine, and Charcuterie.
Correct.
And 10 out of 12 Reader's Choice Awards they won. They were nominated in 12 categories. They won 10 of them. That speaks well. Congratulations.
Thank you,
and
sir.
also congratulations on your business. Like I said, this ain't the best time to have a business, but you guys have, you're thriving, and you'll add customers. I can promise you that.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for
very
being
much
here, and congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, 102 to Queen Bee.